The angle through which the incident ray deviates from its path is known as angle of deviation. Let us find out the angle of deviation through an experiment. Calculate the angle of deviation produced by a prism. I have taken a prism which is made up of a glass. So as we discussed, it has 5 faces, and these 5 faces are plane surfaces, and in these 3 faces are rectangular faces and other 2 faces are triangular faces. Now let us place our prism on a paper and draw the outline of the prism so that we will be getting a triangle. And let us take it as A, B and C is a triangle. So as the prism we have taken is isosceles, we are getting an isosceles triangle. On surface AB, I am taking a point where the light is going to incident. Let us take that point as P. At point P, let us draw a normal to the surface AB. For this we need a protractor. With the help of a protractor, let us draw a normal at the point of incidence P. So 90 degrees I am taking. So there the point is, come on. Yes, that is 90 degrees. Now join these 2 points with the help of a scale or any other thing. So carefully you draw that. That is going to be normal to the surface AB. Light is going to fall on surface AB and coming out from the surface AC. So this is normal at the point of incidence P to the surface AB. Let us take that as N. Okay. So now let us draw an incident ray. So for this I am taking an angle of incidence as some 45 degrees. So from that side or this side, any side you can measure, as it is 45 degrees. So I am measuring from this side. Actually we should measure from the normal. So that is 45 degrees. So now join these 2 points so that it makes a line. So this is going to act as a incident ray. Join those 2 lines. Yes. So this is to be our incident ray. So what angle of incidence we have taken here? 45 degrees, and it is I am taken as that is Q. Now place 2 common pins on the incident ray. So firmly you keep 2 pins, okay, on the incident ray. So now place a prism in the triangle ABC. Now try to observe its image from the side AC. Okay, now QP is going to be as incident ray. Now light is falling on AB surface and it is coming out through the surface AC. So now let us see the image of the 2 pins. Exactly. Now make sure that the 2 pins are on a same straight line. So in that way you adjust your angle. See, move. Yes, there. Yeah, exactly. Again, if you move this side, they are not on the same line. So you move in such a way that they are in a straight line. Now take another pin and place exactly these 3 pins should be on the same straight line. Right. Come on, there itself. No. Yes, there. Come on. Yes, you can do it. Come on, Vienners, press it hard. Yes. Okay. Now observe carefully. These 3 pins are in the same straight line. Exactly. So I am taking 1 more pin and I am going to place on the same line of those 3 pins so that the 4 pins are in the same straight line. Be careful. Yes. Exactly, there itself. Come on. so that this is going to be as a ray which is coming out from the prism. So that means that is the emergent ray. Okay, see that those four are on the same straight line. So now you observe from the top view. Now observe it from the top view, so that AB surface, light is falling on AB surface and emerging out from the AC surface. Is it? Very good. Now you take out the prism. Right. Now take out those pins carefully and mark those two pins where we have kept in that. One and another also. Mark it. So now what we need to do is join these 2 points and draw a line by joining these 2 pins or 2 points simply, so that we will be getting a line that is going to be our emergent ray, emergent light ray. So now see that when you extend these 2 points by drawing a line, so that line is touching the surface AC at a point something. Okay, this is our emergent ray. At where the emergent ray is touching, let us see that as a point of emergent, that as R, and S is the ray, RS is the emergent ray. So at point R, let us draw a normal to the surface AC, so that you can calculate what is the angle of emergent also from this. So at 90 degrees I am going to take a point, and if I join that point and R, that acts as a normal to the surface AC. So the angle made by the emergent ray with normal is known as angle of emergent. So with the help of a protractor, again we can measure the angle of emergent. Now let us check what is the angle of emergent produced in this case. That is n dash is the another normal. So let us check the angle of deviation, angle of emergent. So observe carefully. From the normal you need to measure angles. So from the normal, not from the surface AC, from the normal let us measure. That is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and 55.1, right. So what is the angle of emergent? It is 55.1 degrees. And what is the angle of incidence we have taken? That is 45 degrees. Do you remember? So with the help of these angle of incident and angle of emergent, we can calculate angle of deviation, as angle of prism A is 60 degrees. Then angle of deviation delta is equal to I plus I1 plus I2 minus A. We repeat the same experiment with a different angle of incidence, and if you calculate angle of deviation for each angle of incidence, we will be getting a tabular form of this. For angle of incidence and angle of deviation, if we plot a graph by taking angle of incidence on x-axis and angle of deviation on y-axis, the graph is a parabola. So you can understand by seeing this, as the angle of incidence increases, the angle of deviation decreases first and later increases. So for a particular angle of incidence, the angle of deviation is minimum. So that angle of deviation we are calling as minimum angle of deviation produced by the prism. So at this instance, where the angle of incidence produces minimum angle of deviation, there the angle of incident and angle of emergent are equal. That is I1 is equal to I2. So later we can calculate the refractive index of the prism by using a formula mu is equal to sine of A plus D minimum by 2 by sine of a by 2, where mu is refractive index of the prism, a is angle of the prism, and d minimum is angle of deviation or angle of minimum deviation produced by the prism.